Welcome to Meg Talks, the Move with Meg podcast. I'm Megan Kerrigan, and I will be sharing ideas on how you can become a more consistent and confident dancer that understands your body and mind. Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Meg Talks, the Irish dance podcast. Just thought I'd give you a little song. You weren't expecting that, were you, Annabelle?
I was not.
I am here with Annabelle today for part 17 of our Mindset Matters series, which we are going to be talking a little bit about your next first steps. So for us, we are sort of heading to a new stage, into a new little space, but with the same mission. And the thing that we're kind of most excited about this episode is that we're talking about a big step that we're sort of taking and we've been speaking about for a long time and we've sort of aimed to do for a long time, but now we're finally taking that step. And maybe we could talk a little bit about why we haven't done that, and that might link a little bit to, or why we haven't done it yet, even though we've been talking about it for so long.
Yeah, and what was the final thing that made us take action?
That pushed us over the edge, and also like those mindset blocks that might also be happening for you without you even realizing. So yeah, we are heading to the CNRG World Championships for the first time, and it is going to be next weekend when this goes out. So that is super exciting. Hopefully I'm a little bit more organised and feeling ready for it by then. But it is in Essex, and myself, Annabelle, and I think possibly Lily are going to head there a couple of days. So it's Friday to Sunday. So we don't know exactly when we're going to be there yet, but we will be there. So make sure you pop and see us if you are competing. And for us, this big first is attending another organisation other than CLRG, which is the one we both competed in, the one all of our coaches competed in, although I think Rachel did start.
I think Rachel started Kogel, didn't she?
Yeah. I just think, I don't want to take wrong.
I think Lauren started.
Lauren is that, yeah.
They started somewhere else, yeah.
So for us, like especially myself and you, Annabelle, this is going to be a really huge sort of like eye-opening, but also I think the key thing is our business and the way we work, and the reason we have this brand and work in the way we do is because we want to help Irish dancers with their movement, with their mindset, and bring in sort of like the fun and community aspect through. And that does not matter what organisation you are in.
No, absolutely not.
It really does not matter. And I think one of the key things that has probably held us back from this step that we knew we wanted to take, and we knew we wanted to turn up and be in these other spaces, but I think it's just the fear of the unknown, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's completely, I've seen the pictures on Instagram and the videos when there's been big competitions. And I've got to say, like, some of the way like other organizations do awards looks so cool. Like, looks so exciting.
When Bonnie won the Worlds, and there's like this big like opening of the curtains, and
I know she was like a movie star. Like, it was so cool. And really, even like the big balloons, and like I seen some recently. It was a British Championships, and they had like the flags of the countries and everything, which was so cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to actually not just seeing it on Instagram and being there in real life.
Yeah, and I think it's funny, isn't it? I think we just creatures of habit, and we like,
and I'm a big creature of habit.
what we're going into, and we actually speak about this and teach dancers what to do. So it's time that we listen to our own advice in terms of like, find a picture of the venue, try and go inside the venue online if you can, have a look at nearby, so you know where you're going to be walking around, and like starting to fully visualize yourself there. It's almost like, when I was at this event yesterday, the girl who was hosting it was basically saying like, yeah, I was a little bit nervous, but now I'm here. I've visualized it so many times that like, I feel like this is just, it's just another time of seeing this and doing this. And I think the more that you do visually sort of know what you're expecting in that way, then it takes at least one of the scary unknowns away a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
So I know I'll certainly be doing that. Definitely when I booked the hotel, I had a little walk around on Google Maps. I love doing that.
That's your favorite activity?
A little nerd. Yeah, love it.
It's interesting as well because obviously our knowledge of this organization is limited at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, there could be dancers that are going to be competing that need to be do this, or has it been held here before, or have other freshers been held here before? They might have been 1,000 times, and we're like having to visualize it because we're the new ones going in. Or there might be dancers that are competing that are actually like, oh no, it's never been there, so we'll be doing the same as you.
Yes. Yeah, and I think one of the other things that I find a little bit daunting about it is, like, not knowing anybody.
It's going to be so weird to like listen to the results and not know any of the names.
Feel like just wandering about, and, like, when people come up to us, I like the fact that, I mean, we will know some dancers, I hope, and we will have communicated with some of you at some point, and I know I'm doing a workshop next week, at a school, nearby in Essex that will be heading to the World Championships, so.
Well, that's cool.
And do you remember when I bumped into those girls in the airport when we went to view the venues? They're
Yeah.
also CNRG, so I'm hoping that, like, we do know a few faces, but it will just be a lot less than what we're used to when we turn up at a CLRG event. So I think that's going to be a bit.
And I think because you know what I'm like. I'm such an Irish dance nerd.
Yeah.
Like, I will know so many people from Instagram, but they
Yeah.
probably won't know me. So I'll be so. I went to watch a friend of mine once at a Weeder competition, a few years ago, and there was this girl, and I'm like, I know this girl. I feel
I
like
know
I
you.
know her. And it was when I was scrolling a bit later. I was like, I follow her on Instagram.
There you
That's how
go.
it. And then she messaged me, and she was like, "Was I going crazy, or did I see you at the fesh today?" I was like, "No, you weren't. It was me." She was like, "I didn't know whether to say hello or not." So yeah, that was. It's gonna be a bit weird that I'll probably know people from Instagram.
Yeah.
They
Well,
probably
this is it. This is our invitation to you. If you do see us and you don't and you do know us, please come and introduce yourself. Please
please
come
do.
and speak to us. Like, this for us is a real big door opening into, like, us understanding your organization. So the more conversations that we have, the more we can help you. The more that you tell us, the more you open up, the more that we can understand sort of like the way your schools run and the way that your competitions run, then the more that we can sort of target and guide what we are doing in our coaching styles towards you so that we can help you more. And I think without us experiencing it, it's really difficult to sort of talk to those areas. So I think this will help us definitely to help and reach so many more dancers, which is just our big aim as an organization. Who are we?
Ooh, that was
Brand.
fancy.
I know. Organization. As the brand that we are. You kind of like, it's funny, isn't it? Because you kind of got to be like, it's brave, it's exciting, you've got to be a bit scared. But that's exactly the same as any dancer going to anything and having their first in that area.
Yeah,
Um
100%. The first time you do something is always a little bit more nerve-wracking than, if you've done something a few times, whether that's dance, whether that's the first time you go to high school, like your first day, or you join a new dance school. The first time you do anything, the first time, or if you're like me, every time you go on a roller coaster, like the first time you do anything, it's always a little bit more scary. But as well as that nerve feeling being quite strong, also the excitement feeling is normally quite strong as well, because there's so much to learn and to see and to experience that you never have done before.
And because it has been a goal, so, like, you want it, that's the excitement, you want this, you've been talking about it for ages like we have, this has been on the timeline, and like, at some point we'll get to doing that. So they're like, that's the excitement behind it, and then, like, the nerve side of it, or like the scary side of it, is like, it's a bit unknown, and I don't know what to expect, and I don't know how it's gonna come together, and I don't know how it's gonna go, and all of those things that are, like, completely out of your control. So, like, the bit that is in your control is that you've been wanting to do this, you're going to do it, like, and clinging to that more so than, like, and letting go a little bit of the unknown. So, like, okay, if it goes great, it goes great. If it doesn't go so well, then we'll have learned something and we will grow in some sort of way.
Yeah, but I think for 100% certainty, regardless of how the dancing or the results or whatever it is goes, that by the end of the day, you will have grown, you will have learned something. like 100% you can guarantee that you're going to have more knowledge, more resilience, and grown as a person and a dancer, regardless of how the day goes. And that's a pretty cool thing to think about.
Well, exactly. It's just like, that is my guarantee. My guarantee is I will have learned something and grown in some form or some way.
And
So
that's
like, if you can start focusing on that rather than focusing on the bits that you don't know are certain, then you're going to feel a lot better going into it, I think. And I think that's what like, we always think, oh, well, we'll give it a go and see what happens almost. And it doesn't take that little bit of those nervous butterflies away. And I'm sure we'll have them in some way. But it just means that, like you say, you know something is going to come from it, whether that be you learn and you grow, or you change, or you pivot, or you adapt, or you think differently next time. All of those things are moving in the right direction and are progress.
Yeah, and
Uh,
it's going to be all of this again at the end of the year when I go to another World Championships.
yeah.
Um, so it's going to be all of this again, but hopefully I will have learned a little bit more. And I know some of these organisations cross over as well slightly. So there might be dancers I meet down in Essex that I'll then meet a few months later in Liverpool.
Yeah, and hopefully there might be dancers in Essex that we then meet a couple of weeks later at the Movie Megfest.
Woo!
Because one of our big selling points for that, and one of the big things that we spoke quite a lot about and we've had lots of questions about, is my dancer is this organisation. Is this for them? Yes. The answer is yes. If you are an Irish dancer and this seems appealing to you, it is for you. That's about as can't make it any. If you are an Irish dancer, if you associate yourself as an Irish dancer and you see this event, it is for you. That's literally as simple as it can be.
Yeah. Doesn't
There
matter
is.
like boy, girl, age, organisation, level, goals, like none of that matters. We're not gonna, you don't have
Even
to
if it's
think.
not competitive, like,
Yeah,
it literally just being an Irish dancer is that's you pre-qualified
that's
for the
enough.
event. Yeah, yeah, and the event is for parents and dancers because, we wanna help parents to understand, because we know that lots of them are like, "What is going on?" If they've never entered this world of Irish dancing, they're like, "Okay, I'm learning too." It might be their first worlds as well. It might be their first time entering this world. We're talking about first today and not first places, but first times of first times of doing things. And a lot of the times it's a parent's first. A lot of parents have entered this world for that first time, as crazy as they must be to do so.
I know.
Um,
And also, I think another thing to just remind people of, and you'd mentioned it a few weeks in the podcast, is that if you are an older dancer, like don't feel like you have to go to all the dancer events. You can
yes.
lock into the nutrition parent side as well, if you want to. Like,
Yeah.
not
The
as,
day is yours.
yeah,
That's the thing.
it's not clear cut. We're not going to ID you at the door to say no. Sorry, you're in this group and you're in that group.
And I think that's the thing, isn't it? Like, when you think of a festival, think about a music festival. It's not like, right, you signed up to go to this tent and see this artist, so you have to go there. You might want a little drink break. You might want to sit in the sun for half an hour. You might want to go and have a little walk around the site. You might want to go and look at the stall. You might want to go, it is your day to have in the way that you want it. We have jam packed the day so that you can have as much value, parents and dancers. But at the same time, it is your day. And if there's something that is more attractive to you, like you said, as an older dancer, going on for the parents, like the week putting on and the nutrition side of things, or Annabelle's session about mindset, like, no matter what it is, whatever you find the most interesting, go to that. And equally, as a parent, if there's a parent session on and you want to go and watch the kids and watch what your dancer's doing in the other space, absolutely fine too. It is your day. If you want to sit and have a coffee and do your work, you can. If you want to go to the events, then you can as well. Like, it's literally all yours, but it's going to be epic.
I'm
That's
so excited.
that is our first as well. Another
It is
first.
our. I mean, how often do people say they're running a festival? It is definitely our first.
I didn't ever believe that sentence was going to come out of my mouth, but here we are.
Here we are. You never know where life is going to take you, Meg.
We've had a lot of firsts this year, actually. So yeah, that is the festival. Anyway, we sort of went around the reek in there and ended up at that. But
We diverted.
If you are CNRG and you want to turn up to the Movie Make Festival, please, please, please come. I will pop the link to the tickets in the show notes. This is going out on the 16th. Tomorrow the price goes up.
Ooh.
So if you're listening to this and you think, yes, get me in, then do it today, because the price goes up tomorrow and that is the last price increase. Also, our tickets are going to sell out. So especially, I think, before this price increase. So if there is tickets left right now, I think there will be, then get them now. They are reasonable. I've tried to make it as, what's the word?
Affordable?
Yeah, another word.
Reasonable?
Like available.
Available.
Sort of like reachable, that kind of thing. For everybody.
Achievable.
That's the one, yeah. For everyone. So if you think about it, at the moment, it's £99 for a parent and a dancer. You have a full day of events from 10 till 5, and then there's music on till late in the evening. You can stay as long as you want. You can party, you can dance, you can leave straight away. You can, like, it is going to be wicked.
We're going to party and dance.
For the sake of £50 each. Like, it's
you won't be able to get me off the dance floor.
It's a no-brainer. So yeah, that is the Move with Meg Fest. If we were thinking about, then let's pull it back to mindset and a few actionable steps that people can sort of take away from this. What would your 3 key action steps be to somebody that is going to do a first day of school, first open fesh, first worlds, first event like we're doing? What would you say three mindset things or actions?
The first thing I always get dancers to do, and I did this last week actually in our Friday Goal Club mindset, because there was some dancers that were going to their first big major for the first time. So this was good timing to do this. The first thing I always get dancers to do is write down a list of the things that are going to be similar or the same to other things you've done in the past, because our brains don't like uncertainty.
Tell you what, let's do it for the festival then.
Go on then. So for the festival, what's similar or the same to things you've done in the past?
I've kind of been comparing it a little bit to Move with Meg on tour.
Yeah.
Because that was an in-person event. It was like a full day of different things happening. There was a lunch break in the middle. Dancers came from all over the world.
Things already.
Yeah. So, and we travelled to it. So we travelled to Ireland to have it.
And the room was filled with people that all have what in common?
There were Irish dancers.
With all Irish dancers.
Yeah. And yeah, it was just wicked. And I know
what else is similar?
It's going to be the best day ever. And that was the best day ever. It's all about fun. It's about learning, but it's about fun and being in the room and being able to feel each other's energy and hug each other and, just,
like when we go to majors, you'll go and hug dancers and speak to them and have fun. So that's similar.
Yeah.
You've been to festivals before?
Yes, been to festivals, lots of festivals.
Fun?
Had the best time.
So another thing that's similar? Outdoor events?
Yeah.
We're almost hitting 10.
Yeah. So that's a lot, isn't it?
And all them things, we're really without thinking, and all them things were good memories.
Yeah.
And fun things. There's often more things that
they also give you I feel more energized about it already just by saying all of that. I'm like, oh my God, get me there, because I'm remembering the feeling of being at a festival, and I'm also remembering the feeling of being at the Move with Meg on tour, and I'm also remembering I can feel it in my body almost. It's funny.
Yeah, and it's you remember the feeling of how much fun the festival was, and then add on top of that how much fun the on tour was. Then add on top of that how much we love seeing dancers at competitions. Yeah. It just makes it bigger and bigger. It's all them things all mixed into one day.
Yeah, love that.
That's not too shabby. Not too shabby. So often as well, there's more things that you are familiar with than unfamiliar with. Yeah. So if we can remember them things, it just, our brains don't like uncertainty. They don't like not knowing. So if we focus on what we do know, and that's does help us calm down a lot. I was, again, as we mentioned before, I would think about the fact that no matter how the day goes, you're still going to come out knowing something, learning something, growing in some way that's only going to help you in the future. Yeah. So because of this experience, your future is going to be maybe slightly easier because you've learned X, Y, or Z. And also, when someone's doing something for the first time, I like to try and remind them that this is the first time maybe, especially when it's to do with dancing, say it's your first major championship or your first world championships or your first championship, full stop, like that shows growth. This is your first, because this time last year, you weren't at this stage of your dance career. This is your first time to do it because you've improved, because
Yeah.
your teachers have put you forward for this, or you qualified for this, or because your technique's better, because you've been working. Like, that's why you're here in this point. Like,
Yeah.
that's something to celebrate rather than to fear.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. 3 very good steps.
Thank you very much.
And very
I'm all right
easy,
with this.
very easy to do. It's just like, and also as a parent maybe listening to this, facilitate that space for your dancer.
So if you look,
Ask
yeah,
them those questions, open up the floor for that chat,
if
basically.
you look at the festival, like, yeah, this is our first Mayweather at Meg Fest.
Yeah.
But that's because 2 years ago, there was no way we could have run this.
Yeah. Yeah.
We didn't have as much of a community. We didn't have the ability to be able to do all these things. We didn't have Lily to help so much. Like, but now, because of your hard work and what you've built as a brand, we're able to do this. And that's really cool. It's something to celebrate.
Yeah, 100%. I hadn't really thought about it like that. So that's a really nice way to think about it.
Happy Friday, my friend.
And look at my board if anyone's watching this video.
Yeah.
I've got a board behind me and I've started putting little love heart, what they call sticky notes
Sticky
on
notes.
every time someone buys a ticket, because I'm trying to get myself fully in this energy. Let's go to get really excited. Like, I am hyped up about it already.
I am so
But
excited.
I really want to be like buzzing for it.
I was talking to someone the other day. They'd asked me a question and I sent a voice note back answering their questions about it. And next thing, it was like 4 minutes. And I was like, I'm so sorry. This is so long. I was like, I'm just really excited.
That's me when I'm talking to anybody. Somebody asked me today about, like, I've got a son and like, is it suitable for him? I'm like, 100% like go. And I was like spieling off all this stuff. Like, and then at the end I was like, wow, I just had a bit of verbal diarrhea there. But anyway, that shows excitement, doesn't it? So yeah, I suppose overall the key message is it's not just your first either. I think don't feel alone. I think that is another key thing that helps to, process this. Like you said, a first is something to celebrate, because if you've not done it before, then you're progressing. But equally, a first is going to happen for the rest of your life. So if you can start like learning these processes of getting more comfortable being uncomfortable, then you're going to keep progressing, and you're going to keep I speak quite a lot about this. Any of the scariest decisions and firsts I've had have been the best things I've ever done. The very first time I went live on Facebook, right, in lockdown, was really scary. I kind of just did it without really thinking about it, because if I thought about it, I wouldn't have done it. So it was scary then, watching that grow. That was scary. Then starting like a paid version of that was really scary.
Higher than me.
Yeah, and there's lots of things that came up with that were like, why would people pay me for this? Why me? And like lots of things I had to work through that helped me to make those decisions and keep going forwards and taking first steps. I always talk quite a lot about the time I was sat on the plane on the way to Germany to go and manage an orchestra. Like, I had never done it before. I had zero experience. I trusted myself because I wouldn't have said yes if I didn't. But I said yes, and then I got on the plane and thought, why the hell have I said yes to this? Because I was so afraid. It was so unknown. It was very similar, like you say, Annabelle, to lots of things I had done before, but it was also very dissimilar. And I was really focused on things that I didn't know rather than things that I could bring into this. And I think if I had those tools, that moment would have been a lot less scary. So thank you for sharing those. I do really think they're going to be very, very helpful. But in terms of like how also we can help with these podcasts, meditation, I'll pop the link to our Fesh Day, like the day before, link in the show notes, because I think that'd be really helpful.
And don't worry, it's Rachel's voice, not mine. So
right, nice calming voice. So the meditation, getting yourself in the right headspace, the Goal Club. In there, we've got warm-ups, we've got Fesh Day mindset things, we have live mindset classes, we have goal setting to keep you on track. So let us help you. Don't try and do it alone. We're on this journey still of growing and having firsts and all of those things. So don't do it alone. Join our club, join our community. It is free to cancel at any time. So join, try it in the lead up to your event, which is next weekend. So join it. Why not? And have the Fesh Day warm up for your World Championships next weekend. But I think the key thing is make sure you come and say hello to us. That's the main point of this whole thing. Make sure you come. Make sure you come say hello. Make sure you come chat with us. It's not just hi and then leave. We want to really understand you. We want to understand your organization. We want to understand how we can help you more. And that.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, you guys are going to be the experts to us.
Yeah.
So we want to learn as much as possible.
And we're super excited, really.
I'm really so excited.
And when you think about this as a first for us, going to that CNRG World Championships, it's like every other competition we've been. The only thing that's different is it's a different organization, yes, and different people. Maybe a slightly different running order or setup. Other than that, how many feshes have we been to? How many stalls have we set up? How many times have we spoken to people we don't know? How many things, all of those things we've done.
And we love doing.
Yeah. And going through that exercise has made me feel a bit calmer as well about that.
There you go.
So that's good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I hope we have all enjoyed this episode. As I say, I'll pop the link in the show notes to a few different things. If you are heading to the CNRG World Championships, best of luck. And ask us any questions about how we can help you in your final prep for that, or for any new first that you've got. DM us on social media. Let us know your new first that's coming up, and let's have a conversation and see what do we have? How can we support you? Like that free meditation or our free parents Facebook group, or let us help you through this. We've done it. We've been there. We are still doing all of these things ourselves. So yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you, Annabelle, for your words of wisdom as always.
Thank you.
And we will see you again on a new episode very soon. Lots of love, you guys. We hope to see you all at the Move with Meg Fest. It's coming soon. And have a lovely rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Meg Talks. Don't forget to share your favourite parts of the episode and tag us on Instagram at movewithmeg with 2 Gs. And as a special treat, head to movewithmeg.co.uk/Fesh Day warmup to access your free video. See you next time.